My name is Nick Alcock. I'd like to speak about personal injury law in Arizona. And we got lots and lots of calls from people that want to know what they should do if they've been in an accident. They've tried calling the insurance company a couple of times and they're running into the brick walls and they're running into the dead ends and they just don't know exactly where to go from there. So let me just talk a little bit about personal injury law, and then I'm also going to offer a free consultation over the phone where you can just call us at 602-989-5000 with any of your specific questions. So if at any time that you want to speak with either me or Jill Hastings at my firm, again, just give us a call. So if you've been injured in an accident and you're trying to call the insurance company and they're sort of giving you the runaround, here are some things you really need to keep in mind. One is that you have to document your injuries, and you've got to do it in a way so that the insurance company knows that you are injured. A lot of people have been injured in a car accident. Let's say that they're parents. Let's say that they're working hard. Let's say that they just don't have time to go to the doctor. And so they grin and bear it. And then there's a gap in treatment. Say that they don't go to the doctor for 2 or 3 weeks after the accident. That's something that the insurance company is going to look at, and that could definitely be used against you. So if you are injured, I definitely suggest that you see a doctor. Don't gut it out. Don't grin and bear it, because the insurance company will probably penalize you for that later. You want to make sure that you document everything that happened, and if there are witnesses around at the time of the accident, then what you need to do is you've got to go and make sure you get those phone numbers, make sure you get the addresses, make sure that you have all that information so you can prove that you were not at fault. And there are many, many instances where the insurance company will possibly make you ask you questions during a recorded statement, and they're trying to pin a little bit of the blame on you. And what you want to do is build a case so that you can show the insurance company, look, this is not my fault. I had nothing to do with this. The person who injured me is 100% at fault. And it's not as simple. Even if they confess at the scene, they admit absolutely I'm at fault, they tend to change their story a little bit later on. And so document what happened, write it down, get witnesses, get their statements, and make sure that you've got their good contact information for them so that when push comes to shove, you can prove that actually the other driver was at fault. The other thing that I really want you to keep in mind when it comes to injury law in Arizona is that you have to be genuinely injured. And there are lots of people that call us and say that their vehicle has been destroyed, but they're not injured. That's an instance where you really don't have a claim. You can't sue an insurance company for your pain and suffering if you didn't experience pain and suffering. You can't sue them for, can't put a claim against them for an injury if it didn't occur. And yes, there definitely is a claim involving property damage, and yes, that's something that you need to pursue, but that is apart from the personal injury aspect of the case. So the injuries have to be real, and you need to be able to document those. And like I said, if you have been hurt, go to the doctor, do what you need to do, and make sure the doctor is recording exactly what your injuries are. Finally, what you need to consider, the way that personal injury attorneys bill and the way that the system works is that you will get a settlement amount. Settlement amount will be X number of dollars. Whatever that settlement amount is, the attorney's fees are taken out, and then the medical bills and expenses are taken out as well, and you get what is left. So if you have hired an attorney, it's very, very important that you know what the settlement amount is to you. And we hear some instances where people call us and they say, you know, I've settled the case, I'm not exactly sure why I only received this amount of money. I thought I was going to receive a much larger amount of money. And what I ask you to do is, if you do have a personal injury case with another attorney, just make sure that you know exactly what it is that you are signing. So if you are signing a settlement and you've been told it's $15,000, you need to ask, how much am I going to get in the breakdown? Exactly how much money am I going to get, so that when it comes time for the checks to be cut, you know exactly what it is. And a lot of people get confused about that. A lot of people don't exactly know what the amount is. We put everything in writing, and we make absolutely certain that our clients are 100% informed and they know exactly what it is that they are signing when they sign a settlement. Because once you do it, it's kind of set in stone. It's very difficult to turn back the clock and start up a lawsuit. Really, in order for you to do that, you have to show extraordinary circumstances, that you were either pressured or coerced or manipulated into signing this, or that you weren't of your right mind. It's very, very difficult. So once you settle a case, it's pretty much over. So any questions that you have about personal injury cases in Arizona, go ahead and give us a call. 602-989-5000 is our number, or you can text me at 602-568-2000. Again, that's 602-568-2000. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have, even if you want to handle the case yourself. Thanks so much for watching.